Hello, everybody at Christ Lutheran. This is Pastor Mary Anderson. Welcome to our stewardship campaign for 2020 called Creating a Culture of Generosity. And so today I want to tell you my story of generosity. I could tell many, I guess, but the first one that came to my mind was actually when my husband Frank and I started seminary. That was in 1978. Typical students, we had almost no money with us. We had no car. We were just getting jobs, and going to the grocery store to buy food was very stressful for me because I took not only my checkbook, but a calculator, and I weighed everything that I got in the produce section to make sure that I knew exactly how much my groceries were going to cost before the cashier told me. One day when I went to I think it was in our first semester, but one day when I went to my campus mailbox, there was a little white envelope inside, and it just had a smiley face drawn on the front of it. And when I opened it up, there was $100 in there. It felt like 2,000. No clue. I still have no clue as to who gave us that money. Maybe it was a friend or a professor or somebody who knew that we were kind of stressed out about money. And then I think maybe in a week, maybe 2 weeks, I went to my mailbox and there was another little white envelope in there. And this time, same smiley face. It had $20 in it. Never anything after that. I think, though, that was the first time in my life, which at that point was 22 years, in which I'd ever received any money from anyone besides family, especially besides my parents. It was also very interesting to be on the receiving end of someone else's generosity. That was a very humbling experience. And I think that when we are recipients of generosity, it creates gratitude in us. And when we experience that gratitude, that in turn creates more generosity. And so here it is, 42 years later, and I'm serving you at Christ Lutheran. And you know what? I'm still getting little white envelopes in my church mailbox. There's a family here at Christ Lutheran who, starting about 4 years ago, decided to place little white envelopes in the pastor's mailbox that contain a very nice greeting card and a gift certificate to the grocery store for $50. And they do that every month. And it just says on the outside, for someone in need. So it's at the pastor's discretion to give it to people as they come by or people that the pastor encounters. If they build up on me a little bit, what I've been doing is giving them to Deep Well or giving them occasionally to people that stock the little food pantry. Gratitude for God's amazing generosity to us creates a culture of generosity. And friends, that's a great place to live. And I also wanted to say thank you so much for all that you do for Christ Lutheran, for the community, and for the gospel that we share.